I hope you're all having a good Sunday. So as part of this daily challenge to do a live video, today I thought I'd talk a little bit about the healing work I do. It's a difficult word, that, healing. I think it's very misunderstood, and it's a very difficult topic to talk about because it is insubstantial. It is, what's the word I'm looking for? Ethereal in nature. That's not even really the right word. Non-tangible, that's the word that I'm looking for. Really, we're talking about working with energy and subtle energy. So we all have an energy body. I mean, however you choose to think about that, if you were to consider for a moment the millions of neural cells that you have running through the entirety of your body, from the top of your head down to the tips of your toes and the very tips of your fingers, constantly firing off every millisecond, sending, for want of a word, electronic signals through your body all the time, communicating with you all the time, bringing in information from the outside, sending information from the inside to other bits of the inside. If you were to be able to see those firings that are going off constantly within your body, you would look like a lit up Christmas tree. So even if you think about it in those terms of having, all electrical currents have an electromagnetic field around them. So there is this other layer of untangible something that has an effect upon that which is around it. Hope I'm explaining myself clearly enough that even if you look at it in those terms, it is quite feasible and plausible to understand, therefore, that we have an energy body like our own magnetic atmosphere, if you like the Earth has its magnetic shield that protects it from the universe around it, the solar system around it, and what is bombarding it from the outside. So it's like this energetic shield, if you like. So we have that as well. All manifest forms have that. So if we think, we don't just have to be an animate object. Any manifest form has this, if you like, energetic field around it, and therefore there is a potential there for us to communicate through that subtle energy field. So I think this is the closest really that I can get to describing what this healing work that we do, the realm in which that sits. And again, to use the word healing, I mean, that conjures up ideas of remedy, cure, and that's not really what is meant. Let me try and use the analogy of, say, an open wound. Part of the healing process is to get that wound to seal again. And in the process of that wound sealing again, we may need to use salves, we may need to use stitches, we may need to use bandage, we may need to use plaster. And even when it is healed, there is still a mark left, evidence of where that wound was. So in these many different layers of what we talk about healing, it's not that you're taking something that is broken and returning it back exactly to the format it was in before, because that is not necessarily possible. And we can talk about healing on many levels. There's the healing of the physical body, there's the healing of the energetic body, there's the healing of the emotional body, the healing of the mind, the healing of the spirit, the healing of the soul, if you look at life in that way. way. So there's lots of levels of this, and really in the work that I do, you see I keep putting my hands like this, we're going to do something in a minute. In the work that I do, it is about connecting in with that energy and listening, if you like, feeling into whether or not its flow is free, whether it's clogged, blocked, sluggish, and then affecting a change in that. And there's many different ways of affecting a change, and we could go on for a long time. It's a long conversation, so I'm not going to go any deeper into that at the moment. What I'd like you all to have the opportunity to try is, if you just sit for a moment, center yourself into where you're sitting. Maybe close your eyes, maybe not. Just take a few deep breaths just to ground into your body for a moment. Be present in this moment. Be present in your body, feeling it, feeling your breath. And then just bring your hands in front of you, a little bit wider than maybe your hips. And slowly, very, very slowly, with your attention on that space between your fingertips with expanded hands, just slowly bringing your hands together. And you may notice, as you allow your awareness to focus there, that there comes a point where it feels like, and if you bounce your hands like I'm doing, it feels like almost like you have reached the edge of a balloon, just a soft resistance. And that's the beginnings of noticing the subtle energy fields as you can feel them. And obviously as you train and work and develop that ability to listen and read and understand that energy field, then that sensation can get louder and clearer. So for me, that's what it's like. Even to the point that when I am breathing, I can feel my energy field around me. I can feel when it comes into contact with any other energy fields around me. I can feel the environment and how it is currently resonating. And I think that's probably the closest word we can use that makes any sense, is resonating, because it's not about things being good or bad. It's about whether or not they are in tune and in harmony with us, or whether we are in tune and in harmony with them. And that starts really with finding harmony and in-tuneness within ourselves. Because whilst we are a jumble of discordance within our own energy field, it's nigh on impossible to pick up anything else. And it's nigh on impossible to find that sense of stillness. So as a little live chat, is probably as much as I can give today, a little idea into a touch, a flavour of what this is meant by healing. So when I say I do hands-on healing, I am feeling the energy field through my hands, but also through my body. I am connecting in with the energy field of the being that I am working with, and it speaks to me in those tones of picking up knowings, flavours, sometimes feelings. I can physically feel things in my own body. I can feel drawn to particular parts that I need to go to. I can sense if something is resistant or blocked, needs clearing. And then there's many different tools I can bring in to help me to affect the changes necessary. That could be simply through my hands. It could be sharing the insights that are coming with me because it will make sense to the person I'm working with. It could be that I pick up a resonating implement like one of the Tibetan bowls, or using the drums or the rattles. It could be using, as subtle as using the wing of a bird, the feathers that I have, or my breath gently blowing across the energy field. It could be toning a note or a syllable from my own throat. It could employ the use of crystals, stones, rocks, whatever intuitively is being spoken to me in that energy communication form of speaking, to be used and utilised. And then, of course, that skill, that is a way of me being within this world, this realm, this universe. This is how I communicate with the world around me. So everything I do is imbued with this communication of energy field. So that's how we read tarot and runes. It is using it as a window into another implement or tool to read those energies. It goes into all of the making that I do. So when I talk about having a conversation with a piece of leather, or having a conversation with, for want of a word, the spirit of the painting that is yet to come into form on the canvas, it is all about this communication of energy that is ever present, constantly flowing. And that is how I work. So that was Daily Challenge 2. Anyone who has listened, I am really grateful and humbled to have you listening to my words and paying any form of attention to what I am speaking. I hope that it finds a home in your hearts, that it resonates with you, that maybe it gives you a little clearer understanding of what this is all about and why the likes of myself do the work that we do and how we do it. Again, with any of these videos and things that I am talking about, if you have any questions, if there's anything you want to know a little bit more about, or you want to go deeper into a subject, then please do leave a comment, and I am quite happy to try and add that into another video. I do also run workshops and I run circle groups. So again, if there is a need for a want for more of this information, I am quite happy to deliver that, to design that. I can do it online or face to face, and I will be talking about more of the things that I do as we go on each day. Have a great Sunday, have a great week, and those of you that are interested will see me again tomorrow. But ciao for now.